Hello and welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be learning another poem written by William Shakespeare, and the poem is called Quality of Mercy. William Shakespeare, he was an English playwright, poet and actor, and he is regarded as the greatest writer in the English language. He is often called England's national poet. So now let's begin with the poem. The quality of mercy is not strained. It droppeth as the gentle rain from heaven upon the place beneath. It is twice blessed. It blesseth him that gives and him that takes. So, before we begin to understand what this entire poem is all about, you need to know the concept behind this. So, this poem, Quality of Mercy, or this part of speech, is taken from the play of William Shakespeare called The Merchant of Venice. So we have three main characters. The first one is Antonio. He has a wife called Portia, and there is a money lender called Shylock. So Antonio, he had taken a small amount of money from Shylock. He was the money lender. Antonio could not pay him back. So Shylock had demanded that he would take a pound of flesh from Antonio so that his debt is clear. Portia, the wife of Antonio, she is disguising herself as a male lawyer in order to defend Antonio against Shylock's cruelty. So the wife of Antonio, Portia, she is making this appeal or attempt to appeal to Shylock's merciful disposition. Okay? So now let's understand what each line means. So the first line by which the speech is known begins with a negative understatement. Portia, she says, mercy is a human quality that is not strained. So readers can understand that here the speaker is using irony to present the idea. According to her, mercy is not artful or forced. Correct? You cannot force somebody to be merciful. It is a spontaneous quality that remains in our soul. It grows inside our soul. We have to discover it. So the process of showing mercy becomes natural. Now, how does it feel while being merciful to another? So she is answering that in the next two lines using the comparison between mercy and rain. She says, it feels like the rain from heaven. So here heaven is a reference to the sky. A person who receives mercy from the other is like the ground on which the rain falls. So raining is a natural phenomenon. None can force the clouds to rain. Likewise, a person cannot forcefully show mercy. He has to realize its importance. Correct? So why is mercy important concerning all other qualities? She answers it in the next line. She says mercy is an attribute to God. Blesses both the giver and receiver. So the person who gives mercy seems to be weak at heart, but he has a courageous mind. On the other hand, a person who gets mercy is saved from the suffering. So in this stanza, in short, the poet says that the quality of mercy is never affected by anything. It has come down on earth from heaven like gentle rain. That is, it is as gentle as the raindrop and is sent down on the earth by God Himself. Mercy is a blessing for both the giver and the taker. How? To the giver, the mercy rewards him fame, appreciation, and love from everyone, while to the taker, it is the lifesaver. It helps him from avoiding the punishment which he would have otherwise suffered. This mightiest in the mightiest. It becomes the throne monarch better than his crown. His scepter shows the force of temporal power, the attribute to awe and majesty, wherein doth sit the dread and fear of kings. So, as Portia, she has to convince Shylock to show mercy on Antonio. She has to highlight the facts that reveal the greatness of this quality. Therefore, she excludes all other qualities, and according to her, mercy is the mightiest quality of all. Not only that, only the mightiest person has this quality in his heart. So readers can understand there is an implicit reference to God. The speaker exalts the person who shows mercy to others. So there is a personification in this line. Okay, what is personification? It is a figure of speech. Now Shakespeare personifies mercy to a throned monarch. Mercy is like a monarch who is better than his crown. What does this mean? The crown is a symbol of royalty and power, correct? But the speaker does not talk here about the royalties related to kingship. According to her, mercy makes a person the ruler or monarch of his mind. He does not enjoy monarchy in a particular country. Rather, he becomes the sole controller of his own soul. The quality of mercy has such powers. So there is a contrast between the idea of kingship from a worldly and spiritual perspective in the following lines. That is, a king's scepter is a symbol of temporal power. The scepter can be permanent, but the person who holds it is not. Besides, it is also a symbol of majesty. It inspires awe in the subjects' minds. At the same time, this same thing inspires fear in the hearts of kings. A king is always aware of the fact that someone can replace him at any time. In this way, the speaker describes the futility of worldly power. So, in short, according to the poet, mercy is the most powerful thing in the universe. It is something that makes a king better than his own crown. That is his kingship. He walks with his scepter. Scepter, his staff, when moves with him to show his sovereignty, to show his power over his subjects, which makes the people honor him and also fear him. But mercy is above the sceptered sway. It is enthroned in the heart of kings. It is an attribute to God himself. And earthly power doth then show likest gods when mercy seasons justice. A merciful soul is more powerful than a king. When this quality is incorporated into the hearts of kings, they become close to God. So mercy is an attribute of God himself. He forgives us for whatever wrong we have done, correct? So if readers don't take the word king by its literal meaning, they can understand the objectivity of the line. A person who has mastery over his mind can be called a king of his mind. If he has mercy in his heart, he seems to be a mortal god. So in these lines, the speaker presents another important concept of justice. According to her, a person seems to be like God if the mercy in his heart seasons justice. It means that justice should rise from the foundation of mercy. Being merciful to others helps one to understand the humane aspect of justice. Then taking a person's life for the sake of justice seems unrealistic without compassionately understanding the victim's situation. So here the victim is Antonio, whose life Portia wants to save. So in short, the might of the king might fill fear in the hearts of people, yet his quality of mercy is better than his scepter if it is in him, because it is the quality of God himself. Thus, if a king is merciful, he will be liked by the people and treated as God. So according to the poet, when a king shows mercy, then his powers become like that of God, because it will make even his enemy love and respect him. So the one who will receive mercy will always remain grateful to him, and the people will love him more. I do hope you have understood this poem. In case you have any doubts, you can comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more interesting videos. Thank you and stay safe.